Hey everybody, it's Walt at Dirtfoot Racing. Got an idea for a little project, just a strictly fun project. We're going to take one of these Chinese single-cylinder diesel engines and we're going to run it underwater. So I'm going to get it ready. You're going to see me get it ready. We'll prep it and we're going to run it underwater, see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, so you got to see how what I took off of it. Took the fan blades off because I didn't want that to act like a water pump when it's underwater. And it's not going to need it for cooling. Normal exhaust, normal intake are gone. We're going to have to do some make some pipes for that. Got to hook up a vent hose to this right here, where this is the crankcase vent. And the return fuel line up here. Got to do that too. Aside from that, I think she's going to run. It's going to be like a submarine engine, sort of, maybe, kind of. Anyways, let me do some more fiddling with and working. I got to fab up a couple pipes and add on to the hoses, and it'll be time to drop it in fire it up, drop in the container and fill it up. See what happens. All right, here we go, guys. A couple quickie flanges, exhaust and intake, a couple pieces of electrical conduit bent in 90s to get up and out of the water. And now I got to clean them up, weld them together, and that'll be 3/4 of the battle. So I'll be back. All right, they're all welded up. It's Walt, Dirtfoot Racing here. The snorkels have been welded up. They are installed. Exhaust, intake snorkels. This is not a high perf arrangement here. This is a survival arrangement. So, you know, we're not going to go with the largest tubing we can find. But anyhow, snorkels in place. Tomorrow we will try it. Hey everybody, it's Walt from Dirtfoot Racing. As you can see from the pictures here, video, that we have a rather unique intake and exhaust on this cheap Chinese diesel. It is snorkels. So we're gonna fire it up. We're gonna set it in that barrel, and we're gonna fill it with water and see how well she runs underwater. So give me a couple seconds here. We'll get her fired up. We'll get her in the barrel, and we'll start the journey. It didn't like it though, so we'll have to check it out and see what it goes from here. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. I don't know what caused that to stop, aside from the fact it's getting waterlogged. But we'll check it out and see here in a second. Let's take her out. Let's take her out and take a look. They're pretty good there for a long time. See if we can find something obvious. First thing, let's see if it turns over still, or did it hydrolock? Let's see. Well, it appears to still turn over. Oh dear, I hear some squishing around in there. Let's see what happens here. Let me turn her sideways here. Let's see what we get. Let's try that again. I don't know. Seems awfully strange. He's running pretty good there for the most part. Throttle's still on. That's still on. See if we can get her to fire up out here. Interesting. See if we can get her to go out here. Okay, like that. Let's get that down. Let's give that a good. I first say she adjusted a wee bit of water. Let's take a look at the oil. Oil looks normal. It isn't white and foamy, so that's probably a good sign. Let's see. Let's try it again just for fun and see if we can maybe get her to go. Not wanting to cooperate. There is a possibility that she could have ingested some water through the intake flange here. There's no guarantee that that was perfect. This was a quick manifold I put together. Let's see here. Let me do a little investigation and we'll come back to this. Stay tuned. All right. Well, it appears that it had a water leak in the intake line a little bit, and it started to adjust a little bit of water, and it shut off, or the water caused it to stop. It doesn't like that old school water injection. Anyways, we're gonna try this again here. So let me get this thing started. We'll drop it back in and go at it again and see what happens. Give me just a second here. Okay, let's get this over here. Let's get that right there. Let's get this guy started. That down like that. Here's the handle. appears there's a possibility it could have been a fuel issue there. Lack of fuel. So let's see what happens when we lift her out. Okay. Throttle's still on. Let's see here, let's tilt this up a little bit. There we go. Let's try to fire her up out here and see what happens. Could have been operator error. Believe it or not, it could have been. I might have turned the fuel off after the last stoppage, so let's see what happens when we try her again. Go down like this. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, this is getting challenging. It wants to be difficult. Try it again here. Don't quite get it, but we'll see. Let's see what we got here. Let's try to fire her up again. Let's see what happens. Pull her over with the release on. Okay, here we go, sports fans. Yeah, it's not liking that momentary fuel. All right, let's get it to where it's in the starting position. Okay, right there. going on here? This, got that. Got fuel. I don't know. We'll have to take a second look at it, but as you can see, it runs pretty nasty. Gets pretty high before it. We got bubbles coming out, so we do have a leak here. Stay tuned. Hey guys, what we had happening was there was air bubbles coming out of this this valve cover area here where the nut is and everything. So I think it was It's leaking air there. Take my gloves off here and we'll take a look inside the, see what the oil looks like inside. Yeah, oil's starting to get milky. So, starting to turn a gray color. So we're starting to get some water inside. But you can see how deep it went before it cut off. It would definitely, with proper seals. This is just an impromptu gasket I'd made in about 5 minutes. Probably with some proper sealing and some more effort to seal it, it'd probably run pretty good and nearly submerged. So I just wanted to check it out, try it out, see what happened. Yeah, it was leaking right in here. Air bubbles were coming out. So yeah, what do you get? I mean, what do you want? Cheap Chinese diesel underwater. Works pretty well. If you like this kind of stuff, like, share, subscribe, and we will talk to you later. See ya.